time for the main events.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. Now I'm trying not to make a bunch of negative videos about WWE 2K26 because, well, let's face it, there's a huge cloud of negativity above the game right now. Unfortunately, we have some more bad news for the game. This time it's on the Nintendo Switch 2 version. Despite it being probably the weakest version as far as visuals and performance, it does have an exclusive match type, which is really fun. It plays really well. You can play it anywhere. It does have that feature to where it's portable, and it plays great, and it doesn't drain the battery like it does on the Steam Deck. So that does have some bonuses. However, the main reason I bought it is basically a wash. Once again this year, I don't know if I'm going to try to get a refund or not, because it is fun just having a wrestling game on the go, because there's nothing else wrestling-wise to play on the system. However, there's this one major thing that'll probably make me not play it at all for the rest of the year on the Switch 2, unless I'm traveling or something. So, without further ado, let's go load up the game, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here we are, over on the Nintendo Switch 2 version of the game. And if we go over to Community Creations, I'm going to show you the entirety of what people have uploaded so far. So we're going to go to All. Now over on the PlayStation 5, the last time I checked, it's like 7,000 or 8,000 pages of just wrestlers, not everything. So here is everything. Cross Community Creations is enabled. It is open. The doors are slightly cracked, and there's a reason why there's hardly any in here, and I'll get to that in a second. However, some of What's the Status stuff has showed up. So if you're curious or been wanting What's the Status stuff on the Switch 2, his stuff is starting to slowly populate. Content by the creator. He has like 8 or 9 pages, I believe, on the PlayStation, last time I checked. And on here, only 2 pages of his things are showing up. Now, what is the holdup? What is the cause? What's going on? Why are not all our creations showing up? I even uploaded me over on the PlayStation 5 yesterday, and I was trying to download them on the Switch 2 so I can use them in the various modes while I get my other characters on here and upload them and whatever. And he's not showing up. Stryzer's not even showing up here whatsoever. So I'm like, what is going on? So I did a little testing, and as I was playing this, let me get back to the upload menu here. So let's go all the way back to uploads. And I uploaded one wrestler as a test on the Switch 2 version. And if you notice, it says in review. So this tells me that the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo are pretty much forcing 2K to self-moderate the content that gets uploaded on the Community Creations for the Nintendo Switch 2 version. Now, I guarantee you if 2K knew about this, or the extent of this, they probably never would have allowed the feature to be enabled to begin with. It definitely would have been blocked off from other versions of the game. Now, why am I considering returning the game? Because this tells me that not all my creations might get approved for the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's say you make 10 different versions of the same wrestler. What if the moderator deems that as spam, or like you're just uploading stuff for uploading stuff? I guarantee you, since I barely did anything to this character, it might get denied. So what is the extent of the review? Is it just to monitor, adult content and all that kind of stuff? Or is it to monitor political stuff? Is it to monitor copyrighted stuff? Like, what is the extent of what can and cannot be uploaded on the Nintendo Switch 2 Community Creations? So if it's this limited, what is the extent? We need a list. We need them to be transparent with this, because this is a huge hit to the selling it on the Switch 2 for creators alone. So if I can't upload all my wrestlers from the Switch 2 version, why would I waste my time making wrestlers on the Switch 2 if they're going to get blocked in any way? Because then they're stuck on the Switch 2. The whole reason, once again, that I bought it this year like I did last year was to make my wrestlers while I'm at work, while I'm on the John, watching TV, hanging out with my brother, whatever, and then upload them to the server, and then go play them on my PlayStation, add them to my universe, because the PlayStation version is the version I play the most. This pretty much hampers the whole reason I got it on this to begin with. So I don't know what the extent is of what the review process is, and I'll show you, I'll upload my other character I made that I was testing things out with. let's just go in here. We'll go over to Jobber. I was using him for trying to spam the ringside pass, which I didn't do it enough to get it. So here are the two characters I tested out. So I'm male and female wrestler. I just wanted to see if you could colorize that gear. That's why I made her. But anyway, let's make him edit superstar. I'm just going to upload him and show you what I'm talking about here. So just, I know you can do it the other way, but I just want to show you, you can do, because you can do it here too after you finish them. I think it's funny it asks you here, upload, because when you finish creating your character, the moveset's not done, the entrance isn't done, the victory isn't done, so why would you upload it from here? Anyway, so upload. All right, so here we go to upload, and it shows you stuff that is on the island that other people might not be able to download, obviously if you don't have it unlocked. So we're just going to use custom, my Strizer, I'll use DOA, Dead or Alive because I was looking for Tina Armstrong because she's a wrestler, and I'll do test upload to, and you'll look at the little thing that shows up as you upload it. Okay, so test upload to, accept, uploading content, and then it'll say upload complete. Your upload was successful. Visit communications to manage all of your uploads. Now it's not saying it this time. Last time it said it was under moderation. Now let's see, uploads. I wonder if it only moderates female wrestlers because of, well, the obvious things. Nope, it also says in review. So who knows how long this will take. You could probably upload like 20 wrestlers and then have them all get denied. What? Like, and this is the only way to back up your content on the Nintendo Switch 2 version, because another drawback of the Switch 2 version, which I didn't realize until I was going through to make content for this video, it's one of the very few games that does not support cloud save backups. So you cannot back up your saves on the cloud for WWE 2K26. Isn't that crazy? Like, Animal Crossing ended up getting its own way to do it. Pokemon, you have to use Pokemon Home if you want to back up your saves of the Pokemon themselves. Like the two games you'd want the most to use cloud backups on don't support the Nintendo Switch Online cloud backups. It blows my mind that those two don't use it. So the fact that you cannot back up your saves on the Switch Online and that this is an issue, like if you start losing your data on the Switch 2, this is a huge drawback. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I know a lot of you don't watch the Switch 2 videos to begin with because I think most players don't even care. The fact that nobody talked about the exclusive match type, Motion Mayhem, other than me, tells me nobody played it on the Switch 2. And I guarantee you this video won't get that many views because it has to do with the Switch 2. But anyway, so when it comes to community creations, it's really only crossed between Xbox and PS5. The Nintendo Switch 2 is pretty much getting the shaft once again. It's like Nintendo is terrified of having their user base exposed to any bad stuff whatsoever. And, well, in all honesty, I think 2K should have figured this out years ago because they've been basically relying on the community, us, to regulate what's good and what's bad. And if you've been playing these games for a while, you can come across some pretty crazy stuff in the community creations. If you know, you know, because there's been arenas with TNA plastered all over it. There's been wrestlers that are nude. There's all sorts of crazy stuff that happens every single year. So that's why Nintendo pretty much put their foot down and they're like, nah, you have to regulate it or we're not going to let you use the thing you advertised, which they would have to justify refunds for every version of the game. So I don't know if I'm going to try to get a refund or not for the Switch 2 version. I only got the Triple H edition, so I get it early. It's fun to have a wrestling game on the go, like I said. When Ultra Pro Wrestling comes out, it'll probably be the Switch 2 version will probably be my main wrestling game on the console, to be honest. But that's a game I'll be playing on every platform. And I wonder, see, this is another topic too for this video. Does this also mean that Ultra Pro Wrestling is going to be severely limited with what you can and cannot upload to their servers as well? Because it looks like user-generated content on the Switch 2 Nintendo platform, whatever it is, whatever platform we have when Ultra Pro Wrestling finally comes out, are they going to face the same issues here? So now we know why 2K25 did not have cross-community creations and why the image uploader was not available. So anyway, I just want to make you guys aware of this, what's going on, because that's crazy to me that Nintendo is so strict when it comes to this, but I can't really blame them because of what stuff, the kind of stuff that leaked through in the last, 20 games, ever since we had community creations. The crazy things that have popped up on community creations. Y'all be sitting there looking for an X-Men character. I'm like, what? I'll be looking for a Marvel or DC or Ultimate Muscle character or Rumble Rose's character or whatever. Any wrestling character from any other universe, or heck, AEW wrestlers, TNA wrestlers. And you'd be shocked at what crazy stuff people uploaded, and it never got removed. Like they got a little better with it over time, but I don't know how that stuff snuck through. Well, it's because they expect the community to regulate this stuff. So I wonder how many people are actually doing this. It's probably like a group of like 2 people that have to regulate 8,000 pages of stuff. So don't expect your created wrestlers to show up anytime soon on the Switch 2. And once again, this is a major drawback for the Nintendo version of the game. And honestly, if you have any other platform, I would go get it on there. Unless, of course, you don't care about the community creations. But I have a feeling that there's a wrestler that's missing that you want to download. He's probably up there, but not on the Switch 2 version just yet. So anyway, silence comments below. What do you make of this? I think this kind of ruins the version of the game. I'm really bummed out about this. I was really hoping that it would just be, here's everything, go have fun. Especially when they allow games like Cyberpunk on the platform. So anyway, what do you make of this? Silence comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay frosty.